So, download the KBLA 1580 app today and take us with you wherever you go. KBLA Talk 1580.
You are now rocking with the best.
We've got a lot to talk about.
I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss it. Is there something wrong with that?
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my neck.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
We are young, heartache to heart, we stand. No promises, no demands. Love is a battlefield. We are strong. No one can tell us we're wrong. Searching our hearts for some love. Both of us knowing love is a battlefield. You're making me go. You're making me see.
Yeah!
Why do you hurt
My
me
playlist
so bad?
is my co-host. Love is a battlefield.
Do I stand in your way?
When y'all gonna realize
Am I the best thing you've had?
relationships aren't easy? Because relationships make you do what Carl Jung says most people loathe doing. And that's seeing themselves. Osho. I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with Osho. Osho says, life is nothing but an opportunity for love to blossom. If you are alive, the opportunity is there. Even to the last breath. You may have missed your whole life. Just that last breath. That last moment on earth. If you can be love, you have not missed anything. Because a single moment of love is equal to the whole eternity of love. And I'm not talking about romantic Disney movie love. I'm talking about the higher level of consciousness. Trying to get your partner to be who you want them to be is not an act of love. It's an act of desperation. It's an act of survival. It's an act of thirst. If you come into a relationship with expectations that you think you're owed, you're thirsty. You think those things are going to bring you peace, solace, happiness. No, those things just let me know that there's a void inside when the premium attention is put on the things that must be accumulated outside. Come on. 1-800-920-1580. Red from San Francisco. Get back in here and cook, brother.
Well, so I all that to say that it was really difficult to break up or go our separate ways amicably, because as hard as it was to admit to myself that all we had was physicality, it was equally hard for her to hear that we had outgrown each other, or I had outgrown the fun that we were having because I was looking for something serious. And that's what led to my amazing, wonderful wife. And it was just really interesting because it was laying on the couch one day realizing that I am not stimulated intellectually by this person. Mm-hmm. There was a lack of that gestation period, and I am feeling odd that I'm ready for something different when I feel like I have everything I need but that level of intellectual stimulation.
Wow.
And that was why I broke up with a great person, great human, but just not the right one for me.
I appreciate that insight, Red. Thank you for bringing San Francisco in the building. Good stuff, man. Good. And let me add on to what my brother is saying, because all answers are right answers. Don't you know you can profess to want something serious and then get it and recognize that it is not at the level of seriousness you want? Isn't that part of being human? I want something serious. I thought it was with you. I've grown and evolved into a different space, and now I'm recognizing that the serious declaration that I made may have been made to the wrong person. But egos are involved. Fear, dysfunction, unhealed trauma. So when that happens, men trip out when women bounce, ghost, and act weird. But women also trip out when men do it to them. 1-800-920-1580. We cooking right now. We are really. Daryl from Los Angeles. Get in here, brother. Get in here, Daryl.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes, sir. I just want to echo the sentiment of my man who just spoke on the subject. In terms of leaving the
wait, Daryl. I can feel that you're about to cook. I feel it. So you know what you got to do? You got to hold tight. I'm carrying Daryl forward. Los Angeles is in the building. When we come forward, we really got a lot to talk about.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Life is uncertain. It's okay to feel stressed, anxious, worried, or frustrated. It's normal. With CalHope's free and secure mental health resources, it's easy to get the help you and your loved ones need when you need it the most. Call our warm line at 833-317-4673 or live chat at calhope.org today.
The California Crusader newspaper would like to thank all of our subscribers for their support throughout the years, proudly serving the South Los Angeles and South Bay areas for more than 40 years. The California Crusader is a multicultural, black-owned, adjudicated newspaper that focuses on providing newsworthy information to the people in our community. We're constantly looking for ways to assist businesses in our community to connect with our subscribers. We provide low-cost, effective ways to promote your business with our reasonable and affordable advertising rates. You can participate by suggesting, sharing, and submitting your stories on the California Crusader newspaper Community Share Facebook group page, or visit our website at cal-cruise-news.com. That's calcruisenews.com. Then click on the Submit Now button located on the top right corner of the homepage, or text CCN to 42828. Again, text CCN to 42828. The California Crusader newspaper, working together to build a better community for our future. Subscribe today.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminding you that when we fight, we win. Community Coalition trains activists and organizers in order to support power building with Black, Brown, Indigenous, and people of color. Community Coalition works to help transform the social and economic conditions in South LA that foster addiction, crime, violence, and poverty by building a community institution that involves thousands in creating, influencing, and changing public policy. Founded by Karen Bass in 1990, Community Coalition was born as an African American and Latino organization with the goal of turning hopelessness and despair into action. The activism of the Community Coalition's members and community residents has almost solely stimulated economic recovery in South LA for decades, generating billions of dollars by redirecting them to South LA schools and foster care. In addition, Community Coalition offers amazing mind, body, soul resources, advocacy, and policy work, and has a robust and active membership body. To become a member, get a referral, or get support for your nonprofit, visit cocosouthla.org. That's cocosouthla.org, or call 323-750-9087. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Something, sisters. Let me make it clear to you, sisters. The world wants to make you a superhero. Oh, because the world demands that you be strong. The world demands that you be independent. The world demands that you be indomitable. But relationship asks you to be human. Do you understand? Relationship asks you to be human, sister. And the same goes for brothers. Right? We go out into the world. We are warriors against this world. We fight against this world. We are saying, I'm going to fight to keep what's mine, to keep what I've earned. But relationship says, no, there's no superpowers allowed in here other than spirit. He is not supposed to be, listen, your wound's caretaker. You are. You are not supposed to be his. We're going to stick it out and work together and figure. What? Listen, one of the greatest revelations that came to me as an adult man, and I'm saying an older man, not when I was in my 30s. I had to get into my 40s, my late 40s to understand this. One of the great revelations that came was, I'm not responsible for healing you. I'm not responsible for babysitting what's wrong with you. If I recognize arrogance coming from you, I go inside and go, how am I being arrogant? In what ways am I being arrogant? If I recognize disrespect coming from you, I go inside and say, how did I disrespect? How did I condescend? What did I do to help magnetize this into my life right now? Because I know the universe is economical. The universe is not going to waste an experience on something that ain't going to feed me. Do you see? And when I recognize that even when I make an effort to say, hey, this is mine to accept. I may be wrong here. I misspoke here. I misunderstood here. Listen, you don't get to play the 16-year-old game with me and still be mad after that. I'm not saying you got to get over it and you got a timer. What I'm saying is you don't get to refry that beef. Oftentimes in relationships, when you're dealing with spiritually childish people, when you're wrong, they store it in their pocket only to be brought out later. Remember, you said this, and remember, you did. Didn't we already deal with and spoke to and reconcile? I recognize as an older man, you ain't got to do that. That's a good reason to break up, fellas. She could be good on paper, but not good in spirit, not good in development. See, we have this conversation for men. He's not that into you. He's not interested. If he was interested, he would do this. We got these conversations everywhere, as if women aren't human. Women are human, especially in relationship. See, they are required to be superhuman in the world, i.e. Karen Bass, mayor of Los Angeles. Come on, that's a superhuman feat. In a climate of racism, she ascended to the top seat, the mayor seat. That's superhuman. But in relationship, you're required to drop the super and just be human. But society has conditioned us to say anything and everything that the woman wants until we get tired of her. How about, happy life, happy wife, happy life, right? No, but a woman is required to do spiritual work, to do shadow work, to stop ignoring the so-called signs that they see. That's one of the greatest sins a woman can commit against herself. And brother, if you see a woman, because I know you see you. Oh, you act like you don't see you, brother. But if you see a woman committing that kind of sin, you got to get out. It's your responsibility to break up. That's a good reason to break up. Listen, double standards. Applying rules for you and others, but then letting other people off. Why are we in a sacred group? What's going on here? Especially if we're dealing with universal truth and laws. What's happening? Your boss, the guy that signs the check, he don't get this. Okay. Daryl, get back in here, man.
You're kicking some nuggets, dude. You're dropping some nuggets. I was letting you sound. To circle back. You're so right, though. I hate a woman that be circling back to freaking regurgitated arguments that we already had. What the hell are you doing, man? Who needs to relive this movie?
But to make it fair, brothers do it too. But go ahead.
Wait, that's true. That's true. But I was just talking from the men's side because, I'm a man. I'm sure if you was talking to a woman, she'd tell you.
No.
But that said, for me, I've left a few good women in my wake. And it was really because I'm a forward thinker. So she has to be a forward thinker too, or I'm going to lose interest. She has to be constantly achieving or, at least trying, putting forth the effort to better her best, and I do too, because that's where I'm at. Because if you're not there, then I don't need to be carrying no dead weight. And you got to be a dreamer. You got to have, expectations. You got to be searching for something in life, and we don't have to be searching for the same thing. She can have her project, I can have mine, but we still complement each other because we're on the same path, and that's forward, right? But really, she really needs to flow with me emotionally. If she flows with me emotionally, and we're tackling, life as it comes, because life is like a prize fight. You got to bob and weave. And if you got that girl with you, beside you, that's going to bob and weave with you, And hey, man, we're gonna take some blows. We're gonna get some blows. But if we get knocked down, if we can look up, we can get up.
That's right. I appreciate it, brother. I got to keep pushing. That's good information. Daryl, you brought Los Angeles in the building, brother. You can't say no more. You already done killed it. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. If you want to bring your city in the building, you know what you got to do. Call us at 1-800-920-1580. Fred from San Fernando Valley was able to get through after this phone line traffic jam. Fred, what up?
Yeah, okay, so we back on the subject about love, right? And I say love is a noun, because if you go to 1 Corinthians 13:4, love is patience. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered.
My.
It keeps no record, so you're wrong.
Yes,
okay,
yes.
So that's a quality. That's a noun, baby.
Is it?
You know what I'm saying? Through your actions, love is shown, is expressed through your actions. But love ain't no verb. Love is a quality, is a noun. It's an essence of something. It's something special.
Well, a noun is a person, place, or thing. So you would say love qualifies as a thing?
Yes, sir. You love that person, don't you?
Keep going. Keep going. You laying something down here. Keep going. Right? Keep going.
Okay, that love heals those wounds that person suffered, whether it be psychic wounds, whether it be physical wounds, whether it be emotional wounds. It's a Band-Aid. It's a cure-all.
All right, so
wait,
Fred, because you touching on something. So what love actually does? I'm not. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm not saying you're wrong, because you're not. Mm-hmm. You're not wrong. I'm gonna rephrase it a little bit. The love of someone, or the love that someone else has for you, and you tell me if I'm off on this, but this is what was inspired in me as you were talking. The love that someone else has for you tends to cause you to discover it in self. Am I wrong about that? Am I off? Does the love that someone has for you cause you to discover that love within you?
Okay, but can I say this?
It's a question.
I understand that, but if I'm shining love, right, and it's bouncing and reflecting off that person and coming back to me, it's like when you look within the mirror, within the mirror, within the mirror, within the mirror, it keeps bouncing and amplifies till you got a love laser, which cuts through all BS.
A love laser.
You understand what I'm saying? A love laser.
I hear where you're going. I hear what you're laying down.
The intensity of your love, and if you focus on that love, it cuts through most of the confusion. Because really that confusion is an illusion. The person on the other side is under the illusion of something else. But if you, like your girl Diana said, if it's true, then your qualities of love, that's what makes it so special. Your qualities of love. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like honey. You can have clover honey, you can have blueberry honey, but it's the qualities of the product that goes into manufacturing that love. What makes it so sweet.
Fred,
you understand what I'm saying?
Let me say this, Fred, man. I appreciate you, brother. I knew you was going to call in here and give me something. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
He done brought the San Fernando Valley back in the building. Fred, we love it when he calls in, and he's talking some good stuff. I do believe that love is not Disney, it's not romance, it's a state of consciousness. Right? And as Fred was talking about the laser mirror and the mirror laser and the love laser, all that stuff is good stuff. Dermont Davis, Zen and Sex is the book. He said, could the entire notion of finding one's soulmate be a simple case of looking for ourselves in another body? Is the soulmate really just the best approximation of ourselves that we can find. This is why I was trying to reword it a little bit to say, if you loving on me in an honest way. What do you mean by in an honest way? An agenda makes it dishonest. That's faux love. That's pseudo love. If you're loving with an agenda, if you're loving with a silent contract affixed to it, if you're loving to get something, if you're loving or your love becomes a verb and you're behaving as love in order to get something back, that's pseudo love. That's not real. But if you can pour into somebody in an honest way, meaning no expectations, no attachments, if you can do that, you can wake the same love up in someone else. See, a good person is on that mission. There are no victims now. There are no victims. We want outcomes because we live in an outcome-driven society. Do you understand that? We live in an outcome-driven society. If I stop getting what I think I want or what I think I deserve or what I think I need, then somehow this person is a failure. This is how this works. I'm here to tell you, man, good people are about the work of being a whip, a work in progress. They're not looking to blame somebody for the shortcomings of a relationship. Brothers, if you see that in a woman, I don't care if she got 15 degrees and a Maybach and a $5 million house, break up. Leave. Do you understand? A real man couldn't get comfortable in that situation anyway. I'm going to tell you right now. I don't even want to. Don from Atlanta, get in here, man.
Hey.
Oh, wait, Don. I'm sorry. Hang tight. When I come forward, I'm going to come back to Don, and then we're going to go to Detroit, Michigan. Again, we all over the country right now. We got a lot to talk about. Man, tonight's show is on fire.
Kind of girl that you can let down and think that everything's okay. Boy, I am only human. This girl needs more than occasional hugs as a token of love from you.
He's on fire tonight. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Mike Island, and here's the latest from the Black Information Network. A bus full of migrants is expected to arrive in Philadelphia. City officials had been expecting this for the past several days. Texas Governor Greg Abbott said around 30 people were on the bus when it left his state on Tuesday. The mayor of Uvalde, Texas, says the interim police chief at the time of the Robb Elementary School shooting will be gone by the end of the week. Don McLaughlin told CNN yesterday that Mariano Pargas will be terminated after footage released this week shows Pargas being told that several students were still alive in the classroom about 35 minutes before the gunman was killed by officers. Retail sales are coming in better than expected. They rose by 1.3% last month after not changing at all in September. And that's the latest. I'm Mike Island from your 24/7 news source, the Black Information Network, and BINnews.com.
In these inflationary times, you need a good value, especially when it comes to fuel. Lava Propane gives you 2 extra pounds more than other companies who short fill. You get more gas for the same cash. With the holidays coming, it's time to check propane tank levels. Visit lavapropane.com for value and location.
Hi, I'm Tavis Smiley. As KBLA Talk 1580 host, we never quite know where the conversation is going to go. But sometimes our guests really surprise us.
Let me just close with saying I downloaded your app while we were talking. It's a terrific app. I look forward to it. I'm enjoying your format and what have you. I will tweet it to my several 100,000 followers and call their attention to it as well.
If the KBLA 1580 app is enticing enough for our guests to download and share, you should download the app and share with your friends too. That's beautiful. What you say? So, download the KBLA 1580 app today and take us with you wherever you go. KBLA Talk 1580.
You are now rocking with the best.
We got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 would like to thank all the businesses that tune in to KBLA at work. We celebrate you, your calls to the station, and your overall support. To show our appreciation, we would like to treat your office to a lunch for 10, brought to you by K. Michelle's Kitchen Catering. Open the KBLA Talk 1580 app or log on to KBLA1580.com to be selected for our Office of the Week. We know you are just like our staff, putting in many smart, hard-working hours per week. We just want to say thank you, and we appreciate you. You and your staff deserve lunch on us. Enter your office to win lunch for 10 and be highlighted on KBLA Talk 1580 as our Office of the Week. Open the KBLA app or log on to KBLA 1580 to enter your office today to become the KBLA Talk 1580 Office of the Week. Sponsored by K. Michelle's Kitchen Catering.com. Become the KBLA Talk 1580 Office of the Week. This has been a KBLA Talk 1580 community call to action. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, reminding you when we fight, we win. Asian Americans Advancing Justice is the nation's largest legal and civil rights organization for Asian Americans, Native Hawaiians, and Pacific Islanders. Founded in 1983 as the Asian Pacific American Legal Center, Advancing Justice LA serves more than 15,000 individuals and organizations every year. Their mission is to advocate for civil rights, provide legal services and education, and build coalitions to positively influence and impact Asian Americans, Native Hawaiians, and Pacific Islanders, and to create a more equitable and harmonious society. To volunteer, make a donation, or seek assistance, visit advancingjustice-la.org. That's advancingjustice-la.org. Or call 888-349-9695. 888-349-9695. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
The Los Angeles Urban League helps African American and others in underserved communities achieve true social parity, economic self-reliance, and civil rights. For over 100 years, Los Angeles Urban League has ensured our communities have access to careers with living wages, opportunities to start and grow businesses, and clear pathways to personal and professional growth. Programs like BizCamp, Construction Career Academy, Bob Business Ready, and B-Warp. The Black Wealth Attainment and Retention Program are examples of the ongoing events designed to make our centennial mission to rebuild Black Wall Street right here in LA a reality. To sign up for our newsletter or to support the Los Angeles Urban League with your time, talent, and donations, visit laul.org. That's laul.org. The Los Angeles Urban League is a proud sponsor of Urban Family Focus Saturdays at 7 a.m. on KBLA Talk 1580.
At Social Security, we are always thinking of ways to save you time and make things easier. That's why we created My Social Security. A My Social Security account allows you to access your earnings history and benefits information, request a replacement Social Security card, get a proof of income letter, estimate and apply for benefits, and more. Save time. Go online. Open a My Social Security account at ssa.gov/myaccount. Social Security. Securing today and tomorrow.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
You're listening to The Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Yo. Hold on. Stop the music. Listen, y'all got to give this playlist some credit now. Boy, this playlist is on fire tonight. The great boss, Miss Rouse. I'm coming out. Man, start from the top. Let's get it one more time. Let's do it. So let me say this. Diana Ross, the boss, Miss Ross, when you gonna come out the spiritual closet? See, you can come out the financial closet, the career closet, the education closet. When you gonna come out the trauma closet? Huh? Yes, men are wounded. Yes, men are problematic to women. Yes. But we're going to sit here and act like women ain't wounded. We're going to sit here and act like women aren't problematic in relationship too. And I told you, a woman's problems are wrapped in magic. Listen, whatever. Look up Robert Anton Wilson's work on quantum psychology. That's one book. The other book is Robert Anton Wilson's Prometheus Rising. I want you to read those. When you're dealing with a toxic woman, you're dealing with a toxic magician. Oh, yes. Thoughts, words, and deeds. She could cook you some food and be ruminating on some resentment she has. Oh, and brothers do it too. The rumination of the resentment is going into the meal. Oh, I got indigestion. That was delicious, but I got heartburn. Ugh. Oh, yes, this is real stuff here. See, y'all want to act like the only victims in relationship discord are women. I'm going to go back to it now. And listen, they all saying I got the woman's ear, right? Listen, it's a lot of women in my chat room right now, but they won't call in. They won't call in. I mean, in my chat room, they commenting. They speaking on it, but they won't call in. We got to hurdle that fear of embarrassment, especially when we create an environment where you can say what you want to say, love. Numerous studies have shown this. In fact, nearly 70% of divorces are initiated by women. This is according to a 2015 research study conducted by the American Sociological Association, ASA, which suggests 2/3 of all divorces are initiated by women. Do you understand? We have conditioned the society to feel like the only bad person in the relationship is a man. And I'm saying, men, if you got more in tune spiritually with yourself, with knowledge of self, right? If you got deeper into you and started working on your wounds, when they show up in a woman, now you have a self-discipline choice to make, brother. You got to stand up and go, you know what? Not at this stage of my life. I don't have to deal with that. But you said and you promised, well, you know what? I'm different now. I was a different person when I made that declaration. But that was only 2 years or 3 years or 4 years ago. Well, no, I'm different. That's called being a human being, a work in progress. That's called growing up. I know a lot of people don't want to hear it put that way, but it goes both ways. Just do me one favor before I get Don back in here. Can you put that Survivor on one more time? I just got to hear that first verse because that Survivor record tells you all you need to hear. This is how most women feel when they break up with you. That ego is on fire.
So much better. You thought that I'd be weak without you, but I'm stronger. You thought that I'd be broke without you, but I'm richer. You thought that I'd be sad without you, I laugh harder. Thought I wouldn't grow without you, now I'm wiser. Thought that I'd be helpless without you, but I'm smarter. You thought that I'd be stressed
Man,
without
turn
you,
this off. See, this is how women act. Men act to get the woman. Women act like they're over it. Like you didn't affect them. Like ain't nothing wrong with them and they're better after having broke up with you. This is why I say a lot of women use the breakup as the ego boost. And I'm not saying there aren't women out there that have very valid and good reasons for why they break up. There are some very valid and good reasons to get away from a fool. I know. Okay? I'm just saying many people are playing a relationship game and not truly understanding the purpose of what relationship is for. Relationship is really spiritual self-improvement. I mean, do you agree or disagree? 1-800-920-1580. Don from Atlanta, get in here.
Hey, Zoe.
Yes, sir.
I'm a survivor. Yeah. Hey man, I've been to college and had a son, and it was like I told her no, she said yes, and then it was like she didn't care. She had the baby, and now he's mine, 4 months old, and I'm a survivor. So whatever women want to talk about. I understand the rest of it. We can always talk about that. I mean, with abortions and stuff like that. But it's like, no, she chose to keep it. And then now it put the responsibilities on me. So hey, I'm a survivor. My son is 22 years old.
Congratulations, Dad.
Actually, he's 23.
Come on, brother. We love it, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, so women have to figure out, I mean, what they want. And it's like, no, you can't do it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's so much going on in this world today and what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? You can't have a baby and then throw it off on a man or put him up for adoption. I don't know. It's so much. I got something else to say.
Okay. Go ahead.
Is a woman really a man?
No, brother. She's not really a man. Trust me. She's not. But, hey, brother, let me just say this, man. You know this is a safe space. You can call in and speak on it anytime you want, brother. Even if it's off topic, I'm going to let you ride. I appreciate the call. Thank you for bringing Atlanta back into the building. But let me hit y'all with this. I need y'all to understand that this stuff is bidirectional. It goes both ways, brothers and sisters, men and women. No one can deplete you of love when you have the realization that you are already love. Victoria L. White, Learning to Love and the Power of Sacred Sexual Spiritual Relationships, is the author of that quote. Your first relationship is with yourself. In order to cultivate relationship with yourself, you must first understand you are not your learned behaviors or beliefs. You are not the constructs of your learned love behaviors. You are not your personality, but your personality is the way in which you are currently choosing to express your perceptions. Victoria L. White, Learning to Love and the Power of Sacred Sexual Spiritual Partnership. Do you understand what's happening? On this show, we're taking it to an entirely different level. Society doesn't make you a better, listen, society doesn't make you a better partner because you've achieved more. Spirituality makes you a better partner because you've achieved more. And spirituality ain't gonna put you, I said ain't gonna put you in a position to be with someone that doesn't benefit you, even if it's not a perfect fit. Sometimes spirituality will say, you know what, you left something in your soul that needs to be reconciled. I'm gonna send this person your way. Or you're gonna magnetize this person for this express reason. In the Relationship Dismount book that I wrote in 2015, I call that a stepping stone relationship. You might get with somebody for the moment. And that person may be there to say, oh, wow, I forgot about this in me. Let me correct that. Then that person falls away organically. Sisters, get used to brothers growing up spiritually and breaking up with your wounds. I'm not here to date your wounds. Nope. You got that wound, that must mean something in me needs fixing. Thank you for the reflection, sister, but I'm not going no further. 1-800-920-1580. Let's get in here and talk for real. Vanetta, Atlanta, Georgia. Oh, we got to, well, okay, hold on. We're going to go forward, and then we're going to come back to Atlanta, and then there's Tacoma, Washington. Hey, we cooking tonight.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
Tweets with racial slurs have soared since Elon Musk took over Twitter. Maisha Cairo here with your K-Black Minute News. Only a week after the Tesla CEO bought Twitter, reports of the racial epithet used to attack black people was reportedly used 26,000 times, tripling its average this year. And a slur used to target trans people increased by 53%. Instances of offensive terms for homosexual men soared 39% over the yearly average. Examples of offensive terms used to target both Jews and Hispanic people also increase. This all according to research done by the Center for Countering Digital Hate. KBLA listeners, what do you think about Elon Musk, the man who describes himself as a free speech absolutist, taking over Twitter? Let us know by tweeting us at KBLA 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
When you're the victim of a car accident, who goes to bat for you is crucial. We're MVP accident attorneys, the personal injury pros. Hiring the right law firm can be the difference between a rewarding settlement and striking out. Our team is in it to win it, and we'll fight to get the maximum compensation you deserve. Call the pros at MVP Accident Attorneys at 833-MVP-WINS for your free consultation. Call 833-MVP-WINS.
Call on me, your MVP. Leaving things half done, not a good look. Like a half-done hairdo.
All done.
Shouldn't the curls be on both sides? A half-baked peach cobbler.
A gummy crust? I don't think so.
Or a half of a domino.
Bam! Big six!
But where's the other half? Don't go halfway, especially with your immunity to COVID-19. Stay up to date with your vaccines and boosters. Visit myturn.ca.gov to find one near you. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Stop the violence. Increase the Peace Foundation is a non-profit community-based organization dedicated to fostering peace while mitigating violence in our society. Established in 1993, Stop the Violence, Increase the Peace has provided a wide variety of assistance to thousands of youth, families, and victims of violence over the past 3 decades, including intervention services, conflict and dispute resolution training, grief counseling, and victims advocacy. In addition, the foundation offers an array of classes focused on anger management, domestic violence, parenting, substance abuse, and more. To make a donation or to access services, call 323-445-8620. That's 323-445-8620 or visit www.increasethepeacefoundation.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Wrote a song about it? Like to hear it? Here it go. Free your mind.
Ladies and gentlemen, one of the hottest topics of the year. We are on complete fire tonight. If you missed tonight's show, I don't know what to tell you. Man, my playlist is on fire too. In Vogue, free your mind. Ooh. Free yourself from your behind, i.e. your past. Sometimes, man, you just got to free yourself from what you've been through. This is why your perspective is obscured when looking at your partner, because you're looking at your partner through the filter of what you've been through. Worst thing you could do. Let me just say this real quick, and then, of course, I'm going to get Vanetta in here. Well, listen, keep your comments short. We got two sisters on the phone. We got Eric. Please keep your comments short. I'm going to get everybody on. Let me just say this real quick. Congrats to our new mayor, LA's new mayor, Mayor-elect Karen Bass, the first black woman to become mayor of Los Angeles. Please stay tuned to KBLA Talk 1580 because you know Dominique DePrima, first things first, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m., she will be on tomorrow, the first show that airs on KBLA. She'll be dealing with this tomorrow. And then right after her, Tavis, from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., they're going to cover it. It's going to go down. But we all got to send a major shout out to Karen Bass, the new mayor of Los Angeles, the first black woman to ever do it. Let's do it. Now, I'm coming to y'all quickly. Please make your thoughts concise. You only have a little bit of time. Vanetta, Atlanta, Georgia, get in here. 30 seconds.
Hi, Zoe.
Hey.
The topic was about, I'm kind of fatigued, so.
Oh, Lord.
You got to repeat to me what
I can't.
What the topic was.
I can't, but this is what I could do. This is what I could do. I'm going to invite you out to the taping of my TV show. You can come through, and we'll chop it up. But I got to move to these other callers because you ain't got your thought together, honey. Now,
I'm tired. I flew in here today from Atlanta.
Okay.
I'm kind of fatigued.
I got you. But I got to move. I got to keep it pushing. Thank you so much for the call. Lynette, Rancho Cucamonga, get in here. Lynette.
Hey, Zoe.
Hey. What's up?
Hey, Zoe.
Hello.
Hey, Zoe.
Hello.
I want to let you know. Can you hear me, baby?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Let me tell you this. I'm a good woman, and a man never drops a good woman. It's the good woman who drops that man like a hot potato when she gets burned, baby. That's all I got.
We appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, Eric, Tacoma, Washington, get in here.
What up, Zoe? All right, I'll make my stuff quick. So I was young and I dropped a good woman because of my own toxicity. But what I will say, I actually physically cheated on her, And afterwards came out with that. And then afterwards, though, the problem that I saw was that even though she was a good woman, she never did cheat on me. But she, I would say physically, but emotionally and mentally, she definitely played the game. And I think that's one part that we forget, is that even good women can still be toxic.
Good stuff, brother. Good stuff. You got another piece? I can give you another 30 seconds if you need it.
What do you need to know?
All right, so then you ain't got another piece. Well, listen, that was the jewel. Eric, you better call in here. I want to hear from you more often. Tacoma, Washington, in the building because of Eric. Now, let me just deal with it. Listen, nobody is cemented in the position of victim. It vacillates, right? Sometimes we victimize ourselves. What we do to ourselves can manifest as a relationship. I know you don't want to hear that. What we do to ourselves can indeed manifest as a relationship. Men, I'm going to say this right now. Stop looking for what you want, because that doesn't exist. I know people are not going to agree with what I'm saying, but I want you to think about it. What you want is transitory. Oftentimes you get what you want, and then after having it, you recognize this isn't what I really want. Sometimes God gives you what you think you want so you could learn how to want better. I know nobody wants to think about that in terms of relationships. Sometimes you got to get what you thought you wanted so you could recognize that your vision was too small. What you wanted wasn't big enough for what you can give. That works for men and women. The problem is you're dealing with works in progress, and they get hurt when you don't show up the way they said, or you said you was going to show up. It's time for people to understand we're human beings, and we need grace, space, and mercy as we grow. Because sometimes when we grow, it hurts our partner. I know people don't want to hear that. Sometimes we can hurt our partner simply by growing up. Because sometimes growing up equates to growing away. All right, I gave you something to think about. Listen, my people are getting ready to come in here. You know who it is, Danny Morrison and Robin Ayers. They about to cook. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. You guys will hear and see me tomorrow. Deuces.
That really doesn't mean